go ahead and cancel out that hatchery. We do see contact right here. We do see the unit stimming, moving back here. We do not want contact with those Marines right there. We do see several Marines getting hit with that splash damage. These with no ground forces right there. These Mulas forced to retreat as there are too many Marines right here. So LiquidJinro once again will be putting pressure on this expansion, and we do have more Zerglings coming over here. We'll be catching these reinforcements, and we'll be completely dominating these reinforcements. Meanwhile, we see these Mulas coming over, trying to make something happen here, as there are a lot of Marines right here, and we see a lot of these Mulas going down, and it is very painful to see your Mulas die like that to such cheap units, but of course, there will be enough, overall, there will be enough Mutalis to take those guys down. They do have the Glaive Worm upgraded, and once again, coming in contact with another Marine ball, and just forced to disengage, because these Marines are just not worth going toe-to-toe with your Mutalis without this Zergling ground forces. So a lot of Zergling coming in. They will be able to get a surround on LiquidJinro's forces. They will be taking them out. We see one Mutalis, two Mutalis falls down to the earth as LiquidJinro doing a good job of just microing against these Mutalis, because the Zerglings really don't matter. They're only 25 minerals apiece. You want to be attacking these Mutalis, as this is where all the money is. So let's go ahead and take a look at the losses tab. They are neck and neck. This is great stuff right here. Neck and neck here, this far along, 18 minutes in, and there is no decisive lead as far as losses go. Take a look at the income tab right now. We do see LiquidJinro actually ahead, 7 harvester count right now. So LiquidJinro doing a good job of keeping himself in this with his harvesters, but his main is severely mined out, and we're seeing these SCVs having to contest for minerals. So LiquidJinro, although he does have a lead in the harvest account, won't actually have the expansions that he does need. But right now, LiquidJinro caught out in the open. The siege tank not deployed. Thor could be caught out of here with these Zerglings coming around. We see a complete splitting of these forces. Rallies are running around here. These Mutalis just picking off units left and right. Marines trying to do something here. That Thor putting a couple of missiles up in this flock of Mutalis. The Mutalis, of course, not wanting to engage that Thor, as this Thor is going to do massive amount of damage with his javelin missiles, as it does a huge amount of splash damage. We do have Jinro sitting here trying to occupy this high yield, so if LiquidJinro can secure this, this is definitely going to be putting him back in the mineral race, as we do also have NexPeGa, the same kind of situation, as his main is completely mined out. We have oversaturation in the natural, so both of our competitors here are going to be running off of one base, basically. I would like to see a transfer here, and as he does actually have his hatchery here, he maybe might be afraid of going and engaging him. We do see one medevac getting sniped right there. We're going to see these tanks in danger once again, but of course another volley of javelin missiles going up in these marauders, so this Thor is doing a massive amount of damage to these Mutalis. I would like to see these Mutalis run into the main base, try to snipe some reactors, try to make something here. Just kind of sitting out here patrolling is not what you want to do with your Mutalis. You want these Mutalis to be constantly on the attack, making something happen, because PeGa has invested a lot of money into these Mutalis, so make them count. So right now we actually see him moving into the main base here. We'll be engaging a few of those Marines. That's not really what you want to be doing. You want to be sniping the weak things. You want to be sniping the reactors. You want to be sniping these supply depots. Trying to supply LiquidJinro would really be a good idea, as that would really put him in a bind, as he is right now sitting at 22 out of 145. So he's pretty close. We're seeing both armies kind of hitting that critical mass point, as we have infantry weapons level 3 coming on for LiquidJinro, so these Marines are going to become that much more dangerous. We see another Thor coming, and we see 5 more Marines, and armor level 2, so LiquidJinro doing a great job of macro here. Meanwhile, NexPeGa not really doing much. We do see him queue up 8 Mutalis here, but also basically sacrificing all of his Zergling there. We'll be doing a huge amount of banelings on the field. Meanwhile, over here at the planetary fortress, we see is pretty damaged here. It is a it was transformed into a planetary fortress, so it can sustain a lot of damage here. And LiquidJinro feeling confident he's going to move out here again with a heavy tank and marine build here, with a Thor, a couple of Thors to augment the anti-air forces here. So if these banelings get contact with this bio ball right here, it's going to be very devastating. NexPeGa once again losing this hatchery right there, but not to be outdone. We do see a counterattack by these Mutalis. We'll be sniping that planetary fortress. More banelings sitting out here. I'd like to see these banelings try to go for a middle line, try to get some SCV hits right there, but these banelings are going to be hit by those tanks, and we do actually see the baneling trying to come in contact with these Marines. We do see a couple Marines falling to those banelings. Meanwhile, we have these Mutalis doing a lot of damage against Jinro's forces. Jinro not in a really good position, as he's forced to retreat, forced to defend once again. This is what you want to do with these Mutalis. Mutalis backing off with the arrival of these Thors, so Jinro right now doesn't have an operational base, and this is very bad, as Jinro is going to have to make something big happen right now. Likewise, though, we only have one expansion for NexPeGa, and we don't see any drones, or we don't see a high drone count. Meanwhile, this Marine is just sitting back and racking up the kills right here, just throwing Gauss bullets into all of these guys, and LiquidJinro is going to have to make something special happen. You actually see him go ahead and stimming there as he's 6-7 kills. Is he going to get an 8 kill? This is going to be really, really awesome. Oh, we do actually see the drones going ahead and will be trying to gangbang him, and yes, he does go down to that. NexPeGa, though, not able to defend this expansion. Does look like he will be losing it, as he has a lot of forces, but so many Mutalisks. I'm not sure that these Mutalisks are going to be really that good at taking on this force, as we have 2 Thors. It'd be one thing if he could snipe the Thors, but right now this is where NexPeGa needs to go ahead and attack this expansion. These Mutalisks might go ahead and catch these reinforcements, will be killing these reinforcements, and this Thor right here knocking a Mutalisk out of the sky right there, as we do see his bones kind of fall to the earth. Once again, doing more AoE damage there as a splash damage. You see quite a few of those Mutalisks taking a lot of damage. We see NexPeGa doing what he can to limit basically the production of LiquidJinro. LiquidJinro basically has what he has on the field, because this is it. He has one base, whereas our buddy NexPeGa actually is distance mining, and he has 110 minerals. So this is basically it for both of our players here. What they have on the field is really what they're going to be able to use, as we see another Mutalisk going down, and a lot of damage going down. While there's Javelin missiles, more volleys going up into these Mutalisks, and these Mutalisks are all looking pretty bad. All of them on life support. Of course, they were able to snipe that Thor. LiquidJinro, though, has a lot of anti-air. It's going to be very difficult for LiquidJinro to make something happen. We see 1, 2. Are we going to see a third Mutalisk? No, we see 2 Mutalisks getting sniped up there by those Marines. And we do see a huge attack here on LiquidJinro's forces. And, oh my god, so many Banelings right here. NexPeGa looking to make something happen, as we see Surround right there. And these forces are moving up here, trying to defeat all of these Banelings. These Banelings, they get in contact with these Bio Ball. It's going to be really brutal. We see LiquidJinro go ahead and forcing his units back, stimming them, trying to get them away from there. We do see impacts going down, yes, on these Thors. These Thors are going to be softened up, but of course, Thor's doing a great job of soaking up that damage, and they're all about halfway. So right now we have NexPeGa forced to distance mine, not even using all of his drones to distance mine, but he's in a really bad position as he's not been able to secure an expansion, whereas LiquidJinro has. And right now, let's go and take a look at the army tab, as we're seeing a slight advantage against for LiquidJinro, and not only that, but his unit composition is exactly what you need to see here against NexPeGa, as NexPeGa only has area units, and they are considered light, so those Javelin missiles are going to do so much damage. So NexPeGa trying to make something happen, but meanwhile, we do see LiquidJinro moving out, going to be applying pressure against the main, and all we have is a few static defenses and a lot of outlying overlords and some distance mining drones which are going to be picked off here. So right now, the Mutalisk army is just dwindling, as these Marines are just putting more and more DPS into this flock right here. And this tank, of course, turning around, not wanting to be caught out there. But of course, NexPeGa is going to see it, will be attacking. This will look like it will be going down. These 2 Marines, of course, will be right here, will be firing once again at these Mutalisks. Another Mutalisk dropping right here, and another Mutalisk dropping. So NexPeGa really not going to be able to do much here. And we see LiquidJinro applying a lot of pressure on the last, basically the heart of NexPeGa, and these tanks sieged up here are going to do so much damage, and that is going to be brutal. And NexPeGa doesn't have anything, and he goes ahead and leaves the game, not even GGing, as that's going to be really frustrating. After battling it out for nearly 30 minutes here, NexPeGa was bested by LiquidJinro, and we saw LiquidJinro's micro just overcoming NexPeGa. Let me take a look at the APM tab. It's actually NexPeGa had a higher APM rate, but LiquidJinro able to counter what NexPeGa was bringing to the table, and we just saw base trade after base trade after base trade. And at the end, both of our players were just choked for minerals, and they were trying to do what they could with what they had. And unfortunately, NexPeGa put so much into those Mutalisks that there's really nothing he could do, as these Thors are so apt at killing those Mutalisks. So guys, I really hope you enjoyed this, as this did get a lot of attention, and it was a pretty awesome showcase of what LiquidJinro is going to be bringing to the table now, and is going to be bringing to you in the future. So I'm really excited to be seeing what he's going to be having in the future. So guys, thank you so much for joining me. Let me know what you like. Thumbs up if you like it. Thumbs down if you don't. If you want to see more stuff like this, if you want to see more user submissions, if you want to do more tournament stuff, just let me know. I'm all ears. I'm here. I have my email, and I'm checking it all the time. So, gonna wrap this up, guys. And as always, citizens, stay safe.